Good morning, class. Today we'll see the next segment of the chapter, the decision makers. So, lastly, we have seen the office memorandum and who has signed and who ordered for that. So, let's see who decided to issue this memorandum, which we have seen in the previous segment. And clearly, such a big decision could not have been taken by the person who signed that document. The officer that merely implemented the instruction given by the Minister of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension. This was the main. The officer merely implemented the instruction given Minister and Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension, of which the department was a part, and we can guess that such a major decision would have involved other major functionaries in our country. You have already read the previous class about them, and that I told you that in 8th class you discuss all, and let us go over some of the main points of that you read. That is the president, the head of the state and the highest formal authority in the country. Prime minister, the head of the government. You have to remember this term. President is called the head of the state and prime minister is called the head of the government. So, and actually they exercise all over the power, and he takes most of the decision in the cabinet meetings. So, parliament consists of president and two houses, Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. The prime minister must have support of majority of Lok Sabha member. So, here we are discussing the institution. First is that of president, second is prime minister, and parliament is consist of president and two houses. So Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, the Prime Minister just have support the majority of the Lok Sabha members. So were all these people involved in the decision regarding the office memorandum? Let us find out. Now, here we'll see the office memorandum. What was that? The office memorandum was culmination of long chain of events. Means something was happening in the country from a long period of time, and the government of India appointed the second backwards classes commission in 1979. It was headed by B.P. Mandal, hence it was popularly called the Mandal Commission. After the name of B.P. Mandal, the name was given. It was asked to determine the criteria of identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommended step to be taken for their advancement. Now what happens? We have to see कि समथिंग वाज हैपनिंग, इट वाज आस्क्ड टू डिटरमाइन द क्राइटेरिया, मतलब कुछ देश में ऐसा हो रहा होगा जिसके लिए कुछ एक कमेटी बिठाई गई और उसमें एक क्राइटेरिया आइडेंटिफाई किया गया कि सोशली एजुकेशनली बैकवर्ड पीपल जो है, क्लास जो है इन इंडिया में, वो क्या है, रिकमेंडेड स्टेप टू बी टेकन देयर एडवांसमेंट. कुछ लोग हैं पढ़े लिखे हैं लेकिन वो बैकवर्ड हैं, मतलब अभी भी वो पिछड़े हुए हैं, उनका कोई मतलब वो आगे नहीं आए हैं, तो ऐसे लोगों के लिए कुछ स्टेप लिए गए उनके एडवांसमेंट के लिए. सो द कमीशन गेव अ रिपोर्ट टू 1980. एक साल के बाद कमीशन ने इसकी रिपोर्ट दी. सेटअप हुआ था 1979 को, 1980 में रिपोर्ट आई. मे बी रिकमेंडेड दैट one of these was 27% of jobs to be reserved for the socially educationally backward classes. Socially educationally, SEBC. Remember, this is the term we are discussing here. SEBC, socially educationally backward classes. So the report and recommendation was discussed in the parliament. तो ये सब issues जो थे, they have been discussed in parliament for the several years. Continuously they have been discussed. तो इसी बीच में क्या होता है, election took place. Many parliamentarians and the parties kept demanding the implementation of commission recommendation, and then came लोक सभा इलेक्शन. ठीक है, सबने इसकी कोशिश करी इसको लाने की, नहीं हुआ. इसी बीच इलेक्शन आए 1989 में. In the election manifesto, Janata Dal promised that if voted to power, it would implement the Mandal Commission. Remember, चौधरी देवीलाल का था, वायदे किए जाते हैं इलेक्शंस के टाइम पर और फिर उनको पूरा भी किया जाता है. तो उन्होंने भी ऐसा ही किया. 1989 में इलेक्शन आए. दे प्रॉमिस टू द पीपल दैट अगर वो उनको वोट देंगे तो क्या करेंगे, मंडल कमीशन को लेके आएंगे. तो जनता दल डिड फॉर्म द गवर्नमेंट आफ्टर द इलेक्शन एंड इट्स लीडर वाज पीवी सिंह and became the prime minister and several development took place after that. इसके बाद उन्होंने काफ़ी डेवलपमेंट वो लेकर आए. तो ये एक नई चीज़ें थी गवर्नमेंट और पावर की. ठीक है. So the president that of India in his address the parliament announced the intention of government implemented the recommendation of Mandal commission. अब क्या होता है, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया है, इलेक्शन हुए हैं, अनाउंस हुए हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट को उन्होंने इनवाइट किया इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ मंडल कमीशन. तो क्या होता है, 6 अगस्त 1990 द यूनियन कैबिनेट टुक फॉर्मल डिसीजन इम्प्लीमेंट द रिकमेंडेशन एंड नेक्स्ट डे वीपी सिंह फॉर्म द पार्लियामेंट अबाउट द डिसीजन थ्रू द स्टेटमेंट बोथ द हाउसेज ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. दोनों हाउसेज थे, राज्यसभा और लोकसभा. ठीक है, बोथ द हाउसेज टुगेदर एंड the decision of the cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training. Senior officers of department drafted order with line with the cabinet decision and took the minister approval. जैसे ही, अब समझने वाली बात है, गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म हुई. ठीक है, प्रेसिडेंट ने बुलाया, डिसीजन लेने के लिए कहा. डिसीजन में वो जो डिसीजन ले लिया गया किस डिपार्टमेंट के पास गया, जिस डिपार्टमेंट का ये वर्क है, ग्रीवेंसेस और डिपार्टमेंट. एंड व्हाट हैपेंड आफ्टर दैट, अप्रूवल हो गया दोनों हाउसेस में एंड द ऑफिसर साइन द ऑर्डर ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द यूनियन गवर्नमेंट एंड दिस वाज यूनियन गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने ये इसको पारित कर दिया. एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंड, union government, and this was how MOM memorandum means 360123190 was born 13 अगस्त 90. मतलब पूरा इसमें डेट दिया हुआ है जिसको इस टाइम पर ये शुरू हुआ और अगस्त में ये इसको पारित हो गया. सो टिल हेयर वी डिस्कस दिस and later on we'll take what had happened when this was implemented. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.